Welcome back to the Zelda Talk. Okay, Zelda Wind Waker. To understand this, you have to understand the history of this game. And that is to say, we were expecting a very different Zelda. We were expecting Link to look like this. But what we got was a Link that looks like this. Now, I personally don't have a problem with the graphics. They stunned me and they took me by surprise. But when I played the game, I was really into it. So I moved on from the initial shock that the graphics weren't what I was expecting, and I thoroughly enjoyed the game. Except for this. This part I did not enjoy at all. Traveling on the sea is nothing but an extended minigame. You basically do absolutely nothing but dodge sharks and try to get to your next destination. It's not fun, it's slow, and it takes forever. The treasure hunting doesn't help a bit. Some people have said, well, but the amount of land, or in this case sea, that you travel is 10 times more than any other Zelda game. And that's probably true. If you were allowed to walk instead of ride a boat, it would be 10 times longer. That doesn't make it good. Look, even if you gave me a Spona and sped up the whole process, I still don't want to spend half the game traveling to my destination. I want to be at my destination doing whatever it is I want to do, not traveling. This is not Zelda, how Link gets from point A to point B, the travel game. This is Zelda, the Wind Waker. Now, let me talk about this instrument that's utilized in the game to change the wind. Why couldn't it be used to speed up the wind? There was a song that allowed you to teleport, but it wasn't to every single place. It was to 3 specific locations that, yeah, got you a little bit closer to the places you needed to be. But for the most part, you're spending most of your game in the boat waiting till your next destination. If you can get over the fact that you have to travel everywhere, then this game is actually a really neat game. There's a lot of different interesting weapons to acquire, and the boss battles as well as the minor enemy battles are very fun. I like the reflex system where your sword lights up and you have to react to it, and there's a lot of other innovations that I really enjoyed. But I just didn't enjoy the amount of travel time between my destinations. The Game Boy sequel to this did speed it up by giving you a steam powered typed boat that went a lot faster and made the mini game of the sea travel a lot less painful. There's a lot more land to explore, and I think that's what makes the game a lot more playable and replayable. Speaking of replayability, there is one interesting story I want to talk about. When you finish the entire game of Wind Waker, you are allowed to play again using your blue pajama clothes throughout the entire game. The only difference here is that the creatures that used to talk in Hyrule or Hylian or however you say it, talk, now speak in English, so you can say whatever, you can read whatever they were saying before that you didn't understand. Other than that, there's absolutely no difference. When I played through this, my disc actually stopped at the very end credits, and I called technical support. They told me how to clean the CD, I put it back in, and I saw the finishing credits. I breathed a huge sigh of relief, and then said to the technical support that I was a little bit disappointed that the ending had absolutely no difference to it other than the fact I was still wearing my blue outfit. It was fun to play through again and to beat it again, with the added addition of knowing what those creatures were saying, but there wasn't anything new, and that was pretty disappointing. So the replayability value is pretty low on this one. Once you play through it, you're pretty much done. You don't want to keep playing through it unless you have to discover every single treasure chest in the game or something, and have every single sea shark, and oh yeah, I did that, by the way, thank you very much. There's nothing you can skip in this game, and I really am sad about that. But the next Zelda games make up for it, and we'll talk about those next time.